We have got 3 breaks lined up tonight. We're going to do Trinity football, 5-star baseball, and National Treasures collegiate football. So yeah, we got a lot of stuff on tap. It's going to be fun. But before we get started breaking, you know how it rolls around here. There's a little bit of information I like to go over, so let's get started with that. Feedback 100% automated. Anytime you leave positive feedback for me, you will instantly get the same in return. The wonders of automation make that possible. And of course, the far more important thing there is to say thank you. I appreciate you being here, bidding, breaking, chatting, hanging out with me, keeping me company. It's a sports-filled night. We've got the U.S. Open going on, opening night of the new NFL season, all kinds of baseball still happening. I couldn't keep track of it all tonight. I was channel flipping, and then I got stuck on the U.S. Open. This is a look at what is coming up in the days ahead. So tomorrow night, we're going to break a half case of Luminaries baseball, and it is the back half of a case that we started, Wednesday night, I guess. And then we'll break another Chronicles baseball case, a full case of that. On Saturday, we're going to break a master case of Unparalleled Football. So a master case is simply 2 8-box inner cases. It's really 2 8-box cases just put in a bigger box. That's the long and short of it. Sunday night will be an off night because you know what? Steelers, Patriots. Yeah, Sunday's an off night. On Monday, we're going to do a rinse and repeat of our lineup that we had tonight. So Monday night, we'll be breaking Trinity, 5-star, and NT Collegiate all straight through again. On Tuesday night, we'll break a master case of Absolute Football. In that instance, a master case is 2 6-box cases. Once again, just in a bigger box. I know, Panini and their master cases. They like to make our lives difficult. So here's what you need to know about what we're working on tonight. First of all, the order is as you see on the screen. It is going to be Trinity Football, 5-star baseball, then National Treasures Collegiate Football. I am expecting everything that we are opening tonight should be on the way to you approximately Monday, barring any unforeseen circumstances. And as always, if I can get something, out sooner, I will happily do so. If something really shot my weeks off or my days off the rail, it could go a day later. But for the most part, I think Monday's pretty good there. Consolation cards. In any of these 3 breaks tonight, if you get skunked and you don't pull anything at all, not even a base card, then you are still going to get a consolation card or cards, and it will ship out with the rest of the break, since this is a paid shipping break. I only hold them for the next package if it is a free shipping break, which is not what we're looking at tonight. We have 1 unpaid team tonight. Let me get our spreadsheet updated to reflect that. And that would be the Saints that we have in our first break here, Trinity Football. We have the Saints as unpaid. So does anybody want the Saints? They were, like $9 and some change, I think, on eBay. They were not a terribly expensive team. So if somebody wants it, fine. If somebody doesn't want it, you know what, that's fine too. So we're not really going to hold things up tonight over that. But if you do want it, it's one of those kind of, speak now or forever hold your peace kind of moments. So now that I have fixed the spreadsheet, we can take a look at it. It is going to be a 10-box case of 2019 Trinity Football up first. It's a full case. It's break number 2. And, of course, everything we're opening tonight ended tonight on eBay Thursday night, the 5th of September. And team names are on one side, winning bidders across from on the opposite side. And, of course, once again, if anybody wants the Saints, you're looking at $9. If you want them, fine. If you don't, that's okay, too. We're not going to hold up the break to wait on that. One last little piece of business here. I am going to change up the focus. So you are going to notice that your background gets a little blurry here in a second, but I don't want you to worry about that because that's by design, and we're still going to be able to see our cards nice and up close. Actually, better, as a matter of fact. Let's start cutting into some of this. Jason, you want the Saints? Okay, cool, man. Do you remember my info, or do you want me to? I'll just type it in. Yeah, we'll just do it that way. So the email that I'm typing in, please remember, I never, ever, ever, ever check it for correspondence. I've had it for 9 million years, and I just don't want to change it because it's tied to a lot of auto pay things and stuff like that. But if you would please, sir, like to shoot over $9 in PayPal for the Saints, I am going to mark this headed to you, Jason. Let me update this real quickly here. And, well, if I could do it without making a bunch of typos, that would be good, wouldn't it? All right, and then let me clean it up real quickly on eBay at the same time so that it's not floating around out there in the ether, because, you know, nobody wants that, do they? So one hot second here, kids. Let's take out that, and all right, eBay's cleaned up and the spreadsheet is fixed. So I think that's going to put us back in pretty good order here. All right, let me see what's going on here. Presley's here. Hi, Presley. And Bring It a Ruckus says he bets I'm pretty happy that we moved on from AB. Listen, man, has that not just been the biggest crap fest? I mean, first it was the frostbitten feet from, you know, messing up in the cryo chamber and going in without proper footwear. Like, hello. But anyway, so first it was that. Then it was the helmet controversy. Then the Raiders, they don't mess around now. They fined him for missing some stuff. Tuned him up once for 40 grand and another time for like 13.5. And unlike maybe the Steelers who would threaten to fine him and stuff, the Raiders for real did. And then they sent him a little letter explaining to him what, you know, about his fines. So his response to that was to post some stuff on Twitter showing a picture of the letter and talking about how his own team hates him or some such. Then it gets even better still. He apparently, according to these, you know, sources, quote unquote, apparently got into it with the general manager, Mike Mayock of the Raiders, and about something, and told him he was going to punch him in the face. Varying reports said he had to be restrained. I don't know whether or not that's true, but possibly. And then I guess he punted a football down the field and told Mayock to fine him for that. So the Raiders then suspended him, and that brings us current. So, yeah, in short, am I glad not to have that drama with my Steelers in this preseason? You better believe it. I mean, the guy can play football, but man, he's mentally immature, maybe a little mentally immature or something. I don't know. It's very weird, but yeah, I'm not sad. I will miss the production, but I'll live. I'm glad we're not the soap opera this year. Jimmy, you're ready for the Packers. Packers and Bears are playing right now, of course. I did not really watch but about 2 or 3 minutes of that game because I was watching Serena Williams in the U.S. Open, and then I had to, of course, get ready for this break, so I really didn't get an opportunity to see much of that game. Does anybody know what the score looks like tonight for Packers-Bears? How that's shaken out. And Jason, thank you, by the way, for picking up the Saints in here. Always appreciative of those of you who pick up this unpaid stuff. And hello to you too, David. And Buckeye is here. And Presley, I know, right? Has some old school email. Well, I told you I never check it for correspondence, but I've had that email for probably 25 years or something. It's the very first email I ever had. And I have all kinds of stuff tied to it that, frankly, I just don't want to move. I don't want to redo it all. So, yeah, I know. It's lame. But there it is anyway. What are you going to do? So, let's talk about this a minute. These guys are in their collegiate uniforms. Here's what that means. It means they're going to go to their current team. If they are not on a current team, if they were part of this recent cut down, If they signed with another team after they got cut, then they're going to go to the new team. If they got cut and they have not yet signed with another team, they will go to the team they were most recently with. Okay, does that make sense? If anybody has any questions, let me know. Let me catch up on chat here real quick. David needs some Vikings. Buckeye needs some Steelers and Texans. Stang Lovers here just says, go my teams. I like that. Strong Crosby, you said Vontaze Burfict did more damage to AB than we thought. Oh my goodness. Packers scored a touchdown, and 7-3 is the score. And there we go. All right. So I think I'm more or less caught up. Oh, Colin Moran's brother got called up. I didn't know that. And he had to pitch against him. That's kind of fun. That's Pirates, of course. Colin Moran is. I don't know where his brother plays. So first up here, we see Justice Hill. And Justice Hill is the Ravens. And behind that, numbered 260, is Kyle Shermer. He was undrafted, then went Chiefs, as far as I know, is still Chiefs. DeAndre Baker heads to the Giants. Jordan Scarlett is a Panther. Oh, I forgot we had these. Let me grab my little thing to slap in behind it. That is Will Greer. It's still really freaking hard to read, but at least you can see the signature better. I don't know why they have to use these dark backgrounds and then put purple ink on it. Like, who can see that? No one, basically. So Will Greer, of course, the Panthers. Jalen National Treasures, I don't know. Let's see. It'll probably take us, maybe 15 minutes or so to go through this. Probably 20 or so to get through 5-star. So, I don't know, 30 to 40 minutes from now, somewhere in that general time frame. Montez Sweat to 60 for the Redskins. L.J. Scott comes up next. Now, L.J. Scott, of course, was an undrafted guy. First went Ravens, then went Browns. And to the best of my understanding, I think he retired. I don't think he ever went anywhere else after the Browns and kind of decided to retire. So I believe that's where he still will reside. Riley Ridley for the Bears. And this is Rodney Anderson. Rodney is a Bengal. And then we have a little Miles Sanders. Miles is an Eagle. There really weren't a whole lot of changes from this checklist after the cut down. Maybe one or two that I can think of offhand that I noticed happened in the last couple of days. But for the most part, not a lot of changes in here. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside to 25. That is the Eagles. Little Jordan Humphrey, that is the Saints. It is numbered to 10. So there's a little love coming your way for picking up that team. He was cut from the Saints, but to the best of my understanding has not yet attached himself anywhere else. Caleb Wilson with a fantastic Under Armour logo, and that is numbered to 5, headed to the Arizona Cardinals. Jalen Jelks. Jalen Jelks, I can never, ever, ever remember this guy, so let's just look it up, because I know I have it written down somewhere, because I can't ever remember it, but now the question is, where'd I write it? Cowboys. Dallas Cowboys. Why can I not remember that? Dallas Cowboys. Oh, wait. There's somebody left laying there. That clear one tried to hide from me. Drew Lock. And that would be the Broncos, of course. Mr. Drew Lock. Now we can start this new box. You said, Jason, since you're waiting around for National Treasures, you figured $9 for the Saints was cheaper than a $10 hand of blackjack. Well, there you go. You actually got something out of it, too, so it worked out well. All right, this is Mike Weber, and Mike Weber is also a Dallas Cowboy. Amani Arawari, numbered to 25, and he goes to, oh boy, where does he go? I gotta think about him a minute. Lions, right? Lions. Yeah, I think that's right. Travion Williams, Bengals. I'm checking to make sure I didn't make any cut notes on these guys too as we go. Stanley Morgan Jr., that is the Bengals. He, of course, was cut, but I don't think he signed anywhere else in the interim. Damon Harris is the Patriots. Ooh, I see a Nike logo. I see a swoosh coming. You know how I love my Nike swoosh. Hey, it's for the Vikings. We had a little mojo request, didn't we, for the Vikings? How about an Irv Smith Jr., and you get the Nike swoosh included. I like that plan. Noah Fant. Noah is the Broncos. This guy I never, ever remember. It is Tyree Brady. That is a nice looking relic. And the winner is the Jags with Tyree Brady. Andy Isabella to the Cardinals. And then we have David Montgomery for the Chicago Bears. Although he's a guy, let me see, I know he got cut. Did he go anywhere else? Or maybe he didn't get cut. I'm not thinking of him. He's not the one that got cut. It was David Sills that got cut. David Montgomery didn't get cut. I know better than that. Never mind. Scratch that. Cancel that. David Montgomery's like third on the depth chart, but he's around. Oh, is he playing today? Oh, cool. I didn't know if he would be since, I think he is like third on the depth. So, number 225, there's David Sills Jr. So this guy was undrafted. He originally went to the Bills. He got cut, and just like yesterday or day before, he got signed to the Giants practice squad. So David Sills is now a Giant. Isaiah Buggs. Isaiah goes to my Pittsburgh Steelers. Devin White. And there's good old Devin White heads to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Yeah, no, Stanglever, I was thinking of David Sills, not David Montgomery. I caught myself right after I said it, but yeah, sometimes, I'm trying to remember too much stuff at once, and I'm too old for that. Karen Higdon, Caden Smith. I was getting ready to say Karen Higdon. See what happens? Can't multitask. This is Caden Smith, and Caden is a 49er. Next up is Marquise Hollywood Brown. That is numbered to 25 up there in that upper right corner. That heads to the Ravens. Presley's laughing because he signed it. Can't wait to play in the NFL, and then he got cut. Well, but at least he got signed with the Giants. It's practice squad, but still, you play well, you do well there. You can still make it. Dexter Lawrence, numbered to 60. And Dexter is a Giant. That is Jeffrey Simmons. Jeffrey is a Titan. Myles Gaskin comes out next, and that looks like he signed whatever kind of, I think that's kind of unique. I believe he signed your relic inside there as well as signing the card. So, I don't know. Maybe he got confused when they gave it to him what he was supposed to sign, but that's kind of cool. It's the Dolphins. Quinnen Williams, that would be the Jets on a redemption. There's your man Kyler Murray coming out for the Arizona Cardinals. All right. Ooh, I got stuff falling off. Let's get that out of there. We don't want that sticking to things. At least I don't anyway. Karen Higdon, numbered 260, undrafted, Texans. Kyle Kempt. Now, we've been through it with this guy before. And Kyle always just gives me fits. Now, The last I remember of Kyle Kempt, he was a Saint. He wasn't drafted. He got invited to like the Saints mini camp or something. I don't even think he made it through that, but I also don't think he's been anywhere else. So unless he's gone somewhere else that I don't know about, I'll double check. But unless he has, he's still the Saints. This is Trey Lamar. That heads to the Lions. Keyshawn Johnson. And Keyshawn, I got to look up. He is a Cardinal. And a 1/1, Miles Boykin comes out with a little 1/1 for the Ravens. Apparently, they just told them all to sign can't wait to play in the NFL. So, like, they must have said you can write whatever inscription you want. Here are some examples. And everybody just took the first example. Can't wait to play in the NFL. All right, we have Jalen Smith up next, and I want to make sure he didn't get moved around anywhere. Let me just double check him. He was cut from the Ravens, but I don't have any notes that he's re-signed anywhere else. So unless that has changed recently, I don't think he has. Christian Wilkins, don't see him often. That is numbered to 10, Miami Dolphins. And next up is Karen Higdon again. We just saw this guy, and now you get to see him again. And, of course, again, he's the Texans. And Jalen Hurd is out next. And good old Jalen here is not numbered, but he heads to the 49ers. This is numbered to 25. Josh Jacobs, see, he had a little creativity with his inscription. He heads to the Raiders. So we are now officially at Last Box Mojo time here, at least in this break. So let's kind of collectively work our mojo, see if we can pull something spectacular. I hope so. Oh no, Jimmy, you said you skunked in the first break, and you don't, and who's your team? Let's try to make sure you don't skunk again. Who's your team, man? Alex Barnes. This is the Titans. He was UDFA, cut by the Titans, but I don't believe he's gone anywhere else. Clayton Thorson. Now, Clayton here has been on the move. He was originally the Eagles. He got cut and went to the Cowboys. So Clayton is a Cowboy. DeMarcus Lodge. DeMarcus is a Tampa Bay Buccaneer. That card is numbered to 25. And then we have Anthony Ratliff Williams. And Anthony is an undrafted guy that went to the Titans. And last out is Dwayne Haskins for the Redskins. Oh, man, Jimmy, we did skunk you again. Oh, brother, I am sorry. That is, there's not a lot of cards for certain teams. And I think there's only maybe one or two options in there. And it sounds like we didn't hit them for you again. I'm sorry, Jimmy. I hate that happened. You will get your consolation, of course. And sometimes, you know what? Sometimes people have luck with that. So, there's always that hope, perhaps. So let's recap this. Anthony Ratliff Williams, DeMarcus Lodge, Clayton Thorson, Josh Jacobs, followed by Jalen Hurd, Karen Higdon, Christian Wilkins, Jalen Smith, Miles Boykin. On that one, I started to say Gaskin, but that one was a Boykin. Keyshawn Johnson, Trey Lamar, Kyle Kempt, Karen Higdon, Kyler. A pair of redemptions, Dwayne Haskins, of course, for the Redskins, and Quinnen Williams for the Jets. Alex Barnes, Damian Harris, Stanley Morgan Jr. It is so hard for me to read the writing on those with that dark color ink on that dark background. Trayvon Williams, Amani Oruwari, Mike Weber, Drew Lock, I do kind of like this that he signed it in both places. I mean, I don't think he was supposed to sign it up there, but it's kind of cool that he did. Myles Gaskin, Jeffrey Simmons, Dexter Lawrence, Marquise Hollywood Brown, Caden Smith, Devin White, Isaiah Buggs, David Sills. Oh man, and Tuesday was your birthday, Jimmy. Daggone it. We just did not treat you right at all, did we? I am sorry, brother. I know that's no fun. Jalen Jelks. That is a really nice looking Under Armour relic. Caleb Wilson. Never going to be as fond of anything as I am the Nike swoosh, but that's still a nice looking logo cut there. This is little Jordan Humphrey. David Montgomery. Andy Isabella, J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, Miles Sanders, Tyree Brady, Noah Fant, and the Nike swoosh, yay, Irv Smith Jr. You said a guy posted online how he got a one-of-one Brady worth $500 to $700 in his consolation pack. Oh, cool. Did he get it from me? Or did he get it from somebody else? I hope he got it from me. That'd be pretty awesome. Rodney Anderson for the Bengals. Riley Ridley and the Bears. L.J. Scott. Montez Sweat. Will Greer. Jordan Scarlett. DeAndre Baker. And Kyle Shermer. And last but not least, Justice Hill. All righty. That has that one wrapped up. That's going to move us into a little 5-star baseball. I did have one team unpaid in 5-star. Let me see if it's still unpaid or not. And we will find out if there is possibly a 5-star up for grabs, or if maybe somebody did us a favor and paid for it in the meantime. Wouldn't that be lovely? Let's see how the lay of the land looks here. Come on, eBay. Did you guys get server error messages on eBay tonight? I sure did, by the boatload. Yeah, no, too much to hope for. Not paid for, of course. The Houston Astros are available in here at the low, low price of $33. That was the last bid amount. So if someone wants the Astros in here, please let me know. Meantime, let me update the spreadsheet here so that we can get that noted and see where we need to go from here. Hang on a second. All right. Do I have it updated? Yes, I do. All right. Jalen, yeah, it's going to be right after, as I mentioned before, our rundown, of course. You remember I gave you the estimate a while ago, and I said we were going to have to finish the one that we did, and then we've got 5-star, and then National Treasure. So at that point, I think I estimated to be about 35 or 40 minutes. So you still got probably, 20 or so of that to go. And that, of course, is not absolute, but that's the closest I can get you to it as an estimate anyway. All right, so Michael, you want the Astros in here tonight? All right, perfect. You were first up to say it. So let's get you rolling. There, once again, if you can just shoot that over there to PayPal, I will go in here and clean it up on eBay. And I'm also going to jump in here and make it all yours on the spreadsheet. All right. Let me do one more thing here so I can get it cleaned up on eBay, and then we will be ready to go. Oh, ba-bum. Almost there, almost there. All right, so that I think we are all squared away on that end. And now we can go back and get rolling here. So for those of you who might have missed it earlier, here's the 411. I'm expecting this stuff to be out the door and on the way to you approximately Monday. If I can get it out to you sooner than that, I will. If anybody gets skunked in one of these breaks and you hit nothing at all, not a single base card, not anything of any kind, you are still going to get consolation card or cards in the mail. And as someone pointed out before, sometimes what you get in there is pretty darn good. So you're not always down for the count. And of course, because these are paid shipping breaks, it will ship out with the rest of the break. And our order again tonight, Trinity, we just finished. 5-star coming up, and NT Collegiate right after that. And I think that's it on this page, isn't it? So we're headed into an 8-box case of 2019 5-star baseball, and this is a full case break. It is break number 4. There are some teams in here that have no hits, so they were not listed. That is the Diamondbacks and the Rockies. There's one team that did not sell. That's the Tampa Bay Rays. I did think originally that the Marlins had no hits in here, so for the first break or two, we didn't list any Marlins. And then I pulled one out of a case. So, whoops, yeah, the Marlins do have some in here. So then I started working them back into the lineup. So there you go. Okie dokie. Jimmy, you said, do I have any unpaid national treasures? No, NT's all caught up, my friend. We had the one in the last break, the Saints, and then we had the Astros in here tonight, and everything else was good to go for tonight, but I appreciate you asking on that. Oh, Jalen, no worries, man. We should be all square now, right? This one doesn't take very long, so don't wander too terribly far off. This is only one of those 1-pack per box kind of deals, so it really doesn't take us terribly long to go through it. It takes as long to get it all out, honestly, as it does to do anything else. But I'd say, 15, 20 minutes, something like that, will be rolling right on into yours. Stang Lover, you need some Braves. You want Acuna, Hank Aaron, and Chipper Jones specifically. All right. Michael, the cost was $33 on the Astros. And if you can just give me the high five when you have taken care of PayPal, I would appreciate it. Let me know if you have any problems. And I watched Hard Knocks again today, so my inclination is to say, if you're with me, knock on wood. Like, I swear to you, if I played for the Raiders, I would be insane before I got out of camp. Like, every 5 seconds, John Gruden was going, if you're with me, knock on wood. It's like, for real, man? Like, no, that's too much. Too many times. I would not, I guess they probably just do it mindlessly now, though. They're just like, yeah, all the time. All right, Michael, thank you. I appreciate that very much, sir. I believe I've got your shipping info, so I don't need to worry about whether or not it's attached to that. I think I have got yours anyway, so we should be squared away. Let me get a few little sleeves here out on the table, and then we're going to be ready to take a look-see at what we've got in here. You know how I love my 5-star, my national treasures. I always look forward to the nights when we do these. And because they don't have a ton of cards, we can do a lot more stuff in one night, too. Starting off with Max Muncy for the Dodgers. Don't pull a ton of Max Muncy autographs, and I kind of like that. I'm digging that. And then we have Kyle Wright for the Atlanta Braves, and Stang Lover, numbered to 25. Strong Crosby says Gruden deserves AB. Oh, somebody does. I'm just glad we don't have him. I mean, again, not from a player production standpoint, from a drama standpoint. Trevor Richards and the Miami Marlins. Ramon Laureano, Oakland A's. He was playing really well, and then I guess he got hurt, and I don't know what his status is these days. I don't know if he's expected back this season or not, but he was really playing pretty well, Laureano was. I think he was originally in the Astros farm system, wasn't he? One of those guys who, you know, that overflow of talent they have there. Steven Duggar for the Giants /25. Pete Alonso, there we go, for the New York Mets, baby. Very likely going to lead the entire league in home runs. First time a rookie's ever done that. I think he's ahead right now. See if he ends up that way. Minnesota Twins, Jake Cave. He's at like 47 or something like that, maybe, in that vicinity anyway. Danny Jansen, that is numbered /15 for the Blue Jays. I know Strong Crosby. My Steelers are drama-free so far, and I'm quite glad of it. I was really tired of it. Mariano Rivera for the Yankees with an auto jumbo patch card. Yankees, nice. Numbered /5. Ah, that Rivera is sweet. That's why the Yankees buy the product like this, to get hits like that. Reese McGuire comes out next. That is the Toronto Blue Jays. We've got 3 packs left. And it is Dakota Hudson for the St. Louis Cardinals. Followed by Eloy for the White Sox. Now, they've done a little better job on this case, haven't they, in terms of sorting the teams? Some of the past cases, we've had a lot of duplication of teams, you know, like the Cardinals getting 4 or 5 out of a case. But tonight it seems to be a little distributed a little more evenly amongst teams so far. Baltimore Orioles and Cedric Mullins. Our case hit silver signature is a White Sox as well. This is Michael Kopech, and that is numbered /220. It's a nice looking card, isn't it? So we're officially last pack / last box mojo right here, coming at you. Let's see if we can make it worth our while. It's another one for Stanglover. He's got a pair for his Braves. Bryce Wilson. And our Golden Graphs case hit. Oh, look at that. The Yankees just crushed it with this case. Oh, first you got the nice Mariano. And now you get the Golden Graphs Mattingly /10. Yankees. Dang. Way to own the case, right? Got only 2 hits, but they're 2 big ones. So let's recap it. That beautiful, beautiful Golden Graphs /10. Don Mattingly and the Yankees. Bryce Wilson for the Atlanta Braves. Cedric Mullins for the Orioles. And then we have Mr. Michael Kopech, our silver signing case hit /20 for the White Sox. Comes another White Sox, Eloy. Not too shabby himself this year. Dakota Hudson for the Cardinals. Here's that other beautiful Yankees card. Look at that signature. Now see, old school guys, they signed their name nice. That is /5. Mariano Rivera and the Yankees. Ramon Laureano, Oakland A's. Reese McGuire for the Blue Jays. Danny Jansen for the Blue Jays. So I guess we'd have a little duplication, I guess. Jake Cave for the Minnesota Twins. Mr. Pete Alonso for the Mets. Trevor Richards for the Marlins. Duggar for the Giants. Another one for the Braves. That one is Kyle Wright. And the Dodgers hit with Max Muncy. So that is another case of 5-star in the books. We will be doing it again, of course, on Monday night. Our next up for 5-star. Now, our next up here tonight is going to be a little National Treasures Collegiate Football. And let's once again take a little peek at our spreadsheet info. So hopefully, you know, I know you see it a lot when you're here straight through, but there's a lot of people that just kind of jump in and out. And so I like to show it frequently so that hopefully over the course of the break we catch everybody. So expecting this to be out the door on Monday, and if I can get it out to you sooner than that, I will, of course, be glad to do so. If you get skunked, don't hit a base card or any other card of any sort in any of these breaks tonight. You are still going to get a consolation card or cards in the mail, and they are going to ship out with the rest of the break. And I think that's it on that page. Pretty light stuff there tonight. So this is a 4-box case of 2019 National Treasures Collegiate Football. Of course, it's a full case. It's break number 3. It ended tonight on eBay along with everything else we opened tonight, Thursday night, the 5th of September. Team names on the left, winning bidders across from on the right-hand side. These guys are all going to be in their collegiate uniforms, and here's what you need to know about that. If they are an active player, they will go to their current team. If we should happen to have a rookie in here that got cut over the weekend and hasn't gone to another team after being cut, he would go to his most recent team. If we find some retired guys in here, they would go to the team they played for the longest, because this is all a collegiate uniform product. So that's how that kind of stuff rolls. You can find all the information about that at the bottom or towards the bottom of the listing down there in that special circumstances area. There's a whole section that talks about collegiate uniforms and how all that jazz works to keep it all squared away. I think we've got maybe just one more case of National Treasures Collegiate on hand. We'll be breaking this again on Monday night as well. Monday night's basically the exact same lineup that we had tonight. We'll be doing Monday night. So you'll see NT again, you'll see 5-star again, and you will see Trinity Football again. It will be the last of the NT Collegiate, but not the last of any of the others, I don't think. Unless I decide to sell some out by the full case to help me get caught up. Because I've got so much stuff piled up. Have been selling a few little things out that just to cut down the quantity and try to get caught back up before they pour on that big crush of releases that always comes out from about mid-October until the end of December. So I'm kind of trying to get somewhat back to square. All right, let's take a look here at our NT Collegiate. We do have a base card in each of our boxes. And then actually a couple. This one is numbered to 99. It's Nyheim Hines, and Nyheim should be the Colts. Behind it is Christian Kirk to 49. That should be the Arizona Cardinals. We've got a multi-team card coming up here. And it is James Washington, which is the Steelers, Justice Hill, the Ravens, Marcel Aitman, cut, but most recently the Raiders, and then Mason Rudolph, who's the Steelers. You might think, oh, do the Steelers get it? Nah, they don't, because you have to have 51% or more. So 51% or more means you have to have 3 of the 4. So that will end up going to random at the end of the break. We'll sort it out amongst those teams. Christian McCaffrey to 99 for the Panthers. Alexander Madison. Alexander is a Viking. And you've got, what is that number 2? 99, it looks like. That's a sticker autograph on there with a relic. Riley Ridley to 99. Riley, of course, is the Bears. Next up is Marquise Brown, and that is numbered to 99, headed to the Ravens. And our booklet is Damian Harris, headed to the Patriots. It's numbered to 22. And there you have it. Little Crimson Tide relic and a Damian Harris autograph. Booklet number 1 for the Patriots. All right, here we go with box number 2. This is numbered to 10. It's Juju Smith-Schuster, who seems to be... Is he stuck to the other card? No, I guess he's not. I felt like there was a card stuck behind him, but there isn't. It's numbered to 10 for the Steelers. Darnell Savage Jr. to 99. Oh, brother. I don't know Darnell. I wonder if I've got him written down anywhere. Let's see if I do. I do not. I will have to look up Darnell Savage Jr., guys. I don't know him. I don't remember him at all. So he's going to have to hang out up there, and I'll check him out in a bit. Meanwhile, here's Mike Weber to 99. And Mike Weber, of course, we just saw in the last product as well, is a Cowboy. Brett Rypien, that is numbered to 99. He was a Bronco. He got cut from the Broncos. I don't believe that he is signed anywhere else in the interim, but I will have to double check that. So for right now, I'm saying he's a Bronco. If I find, obviously, that he is signed with a different team after having been cut over the weekend, then he would go to the current team. So just as a little FYI. Quadre Allison to 99. He is a Falcon, I do believe. And behind that, is this, Joey and Nick Bosa, numbered to 99. Joey, of course, the Chargers, Nick, the 49ers. That goes up into housekeeping as well. Jarrett Stidham to 99. Another nice hit for the Patriots. Presley, you need to find a Dwayne Haskins. All right, brother, I'm going to do my best to conjure one up for you. Right now, what I have is a Clayton Thorson booklet numbered to 10. So Clayton, of course, he was originally an Eagle, guys, but he got cut, and then he signed with the Cowboys. So as far as I know, he is still with the Cowboys. If that has changed, I will let you know. But as of like a day or so ago, he was Cowboys. Really nice looking relics in there too for Clayton Thorson in his booklet to 10. Sean, right. Yes, correct. Just the National Treasures break left. We've already done the Leaf, and we've already done 5-star baseball, and this NT here, NT Collegiate, is the last of them for tonight. You are correct. Numbered to 99, Odell Beckham Jr., the Browns. Brett Favre to 25, Green Bay Packers. Ezekiel Elliott got his money, numbered to 99, Cowboys. Sticker on this one, it's Billy Sims. And you know what? I had to look up Billy Sims the last time, too. I think he's a Charger, but I don't know. I'm not 100% sure, and I don't know if I wrote it down. No, maybe he's not a Charger. Wherever he goes, like, I get it wrong every time. I don't know who he is. I'm going to have to look him up. We had him before, and I can't remember him, and I'm going to have to look him up. Jalen Moore. Jalen is numbered to 10. And Jalen, let's see. Where do you go, Jalen? You go to the Jets with Jalen Moore. Darrell Henderson to 49. That is the Rams. Here's another Damian Harris. This one is to 25. And Damian Harris is, of course, the Patriots. And our little booklet, Jarrett Stidham, another hit for the Patriots. Patriots are cleaning up tonight. This is numbered to 49. How about that? Patriots. Not too shabby. And here's our last box. So we are kind of at last box mojo time. Billy Sims is a Lion. Thank you, Jason. You know, I have the worst time remembering some of those. I get one thing in my head and then it just sticks there, even sometimes when it is incorrect. So yes, thank you for clarifying that. Number 299, it's Julian Edelman. And then we have number 225, Mr. Andrew Luck, the recently retired Andrew Luck. And David Montgomery on the top, Hakeem Butler on the bottom, number 299. So you're talking Bears and Cardinals. That means we've got another going up here into housekeeping that we'll be sorting out shortly. Jordan Humphrey to 99. And most recently, the Saints cut, not re-signed anywhere else that I'm aware of. So as it stands right now, I believe he will be the Saints. Myles Gaskin to 99 is a Dolphin. A big relic for Pat Mahomes, Kansas City Chiefs to 99. Uh-oh, here comes the one you've been wanting, or that somebody's been wanting. Kyler Murray to 5. Yeah, how you like that, kids? Arizona Cardinals with a nice Kyler Murray to 5. Sweet little hit right there. And our booklet is David Sills, numbered to 5. And, of course, David was cut, and he's also been re-signed already. So he was an undrafted guy. He was the Bills. He was cut, and he's signed to the Giants practice squad, like in the last day or two. Nice looking relics in there, which they should be, numbered to 5. So David Sills is headed to the Giants. How about that, New York? Not too bad. Okay, we have got a bit of housekeeping to take care of. So give me a hot second here to get the NFL player search pulled up, because I got to check on that one kid who I don't know at all, and see if I can find out about where in the world he goes, because I don't know. That's this fella here, Darnell Savage Jr., and I just don't know him at all. So let's see if I can find him. If he's on the, I make sure I'm spelling his name right. If he's on the NFL website or not. He may not be if he's been cut from somewhere. But we're going to start there, because that's, I always default to there. All right, so Darnell Savage is a Green Bay Packer. Haha, there you go. I learned something. I'm going to write that down, too, so that now that I've learned it, I can remember it. All right, Darnell Savage to the Packers. Hang on one second. I'm just writing. One more second. Okay, and I think we already had someone check it out for us and let me know that Billy Sims here played longest for the Lions, and that does sound right based on the last time we looked it up, but just to be on the safe side, you know me, I'm going to look it up again while I'm here in the NFL historical player search in this case. Yep, all 5 seasons, Lions, right on it. All right, so those 2 housekeeping tasks are out of the way. But we have a few more to do. We'll start off, we're going to look at these 2 first because they're oriented the same. So on this one, you have David Montgomery for the Bears, Hakeem Butler on the bottom part of that card for the Cardinals. You have Joey Bosa for the Chargers on the top of this one, Nick Bosa for the 49ers on the bottom. So we will first go to the spreadsheet. We'll find out if we're lucky enough if the same person owns both teams on either card. If they do, great. If they do not, then we will have to use random.org to award those. So let's check it out. First card, we've got the Bears, which is Anthony Z13 on the bottom, the Cardinals. And definitely different team owners. Seamus 1985. Then we have the Chargers at the top of the other card, and that is Gold 188. And then we have the 49ers on the bottom of that card, which is Elaine 3048. So that means we are indeed going to have to go over here to random. So here is how this works. Anytime I have 9 or fewer in a list, I do random 3 different times, and it will only be the third random, okay, that will tell the story of who gets it. The first 2 do not count. And they're also, I'm going to be typing it in, well, normally I would type them in by teams, but since these cards are both oriented top to bottom, we're going to do them both at once by typing in top team and bottom team. All right, so it is going to be the third random that counts. So you ignore this first one, you ignore the second one. Here comes our third and final. And there's 3 times our date and time stamp, and it comes up as going to the team at the top of the card. So that means this card is going to go to Joey Bosa and the Chargers. This is in a sleeve. I am not writing on the card, okay? I would never use a Sharpie on your card, but still, for the sake of argument. And David Montgomery, in this case, is on the top of the card. So David Montgomery for the Bears, getting that one using random. Now, we have this card where you have to own 3 of the 4 spots to own 51% or more. So we're looking at Steelers, Raiders, Ravens, Steelers. So if the person that owns the Steelers happens to own either one of those other teams, they would take it outright and would have 3 of the 4. If not, it will once again go to random, and it would be entered as Steelers, Raiders, Ravens, Steelers. That's how it would go into random. But first things first, let's head over here and see who has got what. So the Steelers, that is gold 188. The Raiders, that is Rovelli 310 or 3010 9. And then the Ravens, where are my Ravens? And that is Jalagraw 0. I'm sure I butchered that, but anyway, it's different team owners. That's the part. That's the important part. So it's going to be the same deal, guys. I'm going to type it all in. We're going to do random 3 times. The first 2 do not count. The third one will determine where it goes. So first I have to get myself on the right page, don't I? So it is going in Steelers, Raiders, Ravens, Steelers. Okay, guys, good luck if you're involved in this one. Here we go. Ignore the first one. Ignore the second one. Here comes the third one. 3 times. Date and time stamp ends up going to the Steelers, which you kind of figured, you know, they had 2 of the 4 spots. The odds were in their favor, but it doesn't always work out that way, but it did tonight. So this quad relic heads to the Pittsburgh Steelers bidding spot. I'm just going to circle Mason Rudolph because he's the closest one to get to. So we're going to start our recap with the one that's in my hand. This quad relic awarded to the Steelers position using random.org. This dual relic awarded to the David Montgomery Bears position with random.org. This one awarded to the Joey Bosa Chargers position via random.org. Then we have Darnell Savage Jr., who we looked up, and I learned something. He's a Packer, a Green Bay Packer. I didn't know that. Next up is Mr. Billy Sims here for the Lions, and Billy is numbered to 99. I think I saw somebody ask me that a minute ago, and I figured we'd hit it in recap, so Billy is to 99. Then it is Kyler Murray to 5. I'm kind of digging this card. If you have the Cardinals, I'm sure you are as well. And then we have Pat Mahomes to 99. Followed by Myles Gaskin to 99. Numbered to 99, little Jordan Humphrey. Damian Harris to 25. Darrell Henderson to 49. Jalen Moore to 10. Ezekiel Elliott to 99. Jarrett Stidham to 99. Quadre Allison, and was he numbered? Yeah, to 99. Imagine that. They're all to that, aren't they? Brett Ripien to 99. Marquise Brown, oh, yeah, to 99. I'm sorry, that was Mike Weber. That wasn't Marquise Brown. That's Mike Weber. I just looked at the M. I didn't look at the player. I'm sorry, my fault. This is Marquise Brown, and that's numbered to 99. Riley Ridley, also to 99. Alexander Madison, you got it, to 99. And same as Christian McCaffrey to 99. Our booklets, our handsome little booklets. So David Sills, numbered to 5. Really nice looking relics and things in there. Of course, he was recently cut, and then after he was cut, he signed with the Giants practice squad. So that's headed to the Giants. Jarrett Stidham, this one is numbered to 49. Jarrett goes to the Patriots. And then numbered to 10, you have Clayton Thorson. He's another guy that was on the move. He was an Eagle. He was cut, went to the Cowboys. So unless he has gone somewhere after the Cowboys, that's where that one is headed. And finally, Damian Harris, numbered to 22 for the Patriots. All right, so there's our break. There's our recap. Let me put spreadsheet information up here one final time for anybody who might not have seen it earlier. You're going to get a peek at your shipping date and what's coming up in the days ahead. Monday, the projected shipping date. If I can get it sent out to you faster than Monday, I will gladly do so. But it should not be any later than Monday unless something completely unexpected were to happen. And of course, if you got skunked in any of these breaks tonight, you will get consolation card or cards in the mail. They will ship out with the rest of the break, which is always the case when it is a paid shipping break. I only hold them for the next package when they are a free shipping break. Tomorrow night, we're going to do a half case of Luminaries baseball. It's the back half of the case we started on Wednesday night. We're also going to do a full case of Chronicles baseball, which we haven't done in I don't know, week or 10 days or something like that. On Saturday, we'll do a master case of Unparalleled Football. Sunday night will be an off night. Yeah, Steelers, Patriots, you bet it's an off night. On Monday night, it'll be a rinse and repeat of tonight. Trinity Football, 5-Star Baseball, and NT Collegiate all break again on Monday night. On Tuesday night, we're going to roll into a little Absolute Football, and we will do a master case break of it on Tuesday night. So that is it for me tonight. I think we are locked and loaded and finished up here. As always, I appreciate you spending some time with me, bidding and breaking and hanging out, chatting with me, keeping me company and all such as that. So I'm out of here until tomorrow night. If I don't see you again then, I hope that I will see you again soon. Enjoy your weekend, and we'll catch you the next time. Bye now.